At night, when the sky is dotted with stars, people can see the Milky Way spanning from the north to the south. On the opposite sides of the river are two bright stars, Alta and Vega, watching each other from afar. The Chinese people call the two stars the Cowherd and the Weaver Girl, and a beautiful legendary love story about the two stars has been passed down from generation to generation. In ancient Chinese mythology, the Weaver Girl is a goddess who oversees weaving clouds and protecting all the weavers, couples, women, and their children. She fell in love with the cowherd and they both descended down to earth to get married. However, their love was forbidden under the laws of heaven. The Queen of Heaven, another figure in the legendary story, separated them to opposite sides of the Milky River. She was eventually moved by their true love and allowed them to meet each year on the 7th day of the 7th lunar month. Hence, the couple's meeting has been called Qixi, or the double seventh day. And each year on this day, tens of thousands of magpies fly to heaven to build a bridge across the Milky River for the couple to meet each other. The old legend has gradually evolved into the Qixi festival, on which day women pray for themselves to be able to become as clever and deft as the Weaver Girl. This custom dates back to China's Han Dynasty, and the festival is full of traditional Chinese cultural elements. It is also the only traditional Chinese festival with women taking the leading role. Ancient Chinese women followed a traditional ethic, namely once married, a woman must throw her lot with her husband and make herself a good housewife and a good mother. Many ancient Chinese women firmly believed in the legend of the Weaver Girl and the cowherd, and took the Weaver Girl as their virtuous example. So during the Qixi festival, young women worshipped and prayed to the goddess of the Weaver Girl to teach them spinning, weaving, and sewing skills so that they can have a lively mind, a quick hand, and therefore a felicitous marriage. That is the origins of the Qixi festival. As the main participants of the festival are girls, people also call it Girls' Day. Originally, the Qixi festival bestows the meaning of citing and praising women's ingenuity and intelligence. On this day, girls and women like to show their embroidery and sewing skills and use ingredients such as oil, flour, sugar, and honey to make various kinds of delicious foods to celebrate the festival. On May 20, 2006, the Qixi festival was included by the State Council into the first batch of the country's intangible cultural heritage list. In recent times, the significance of the Qixi festival has deepened. Many businesses and people designated the festival as the Chinese Valentine's Day. However, there is a crucial difference between the Qixi festival and the Valentine's Day. The Qixi festival is based on an ancient Chinese legendary story, which conveys a married couple's commitment to love. While the word Valentine is rather ambiguous in respect to the Chinese Qixi festival, which traditionally doesn't contain the theme of dating. Therefore, experts in folklore insist that it is inappropriate to confuse the two festivals. And they suggest it is better to call the Chinese festival Love Day rather than Valentine's Day. Traditional Chinese culture has a long history. The legendary story of the cowherd and the Weaver Girl and related ancient customs have enabled the profound traditional Chinese culture and unique craftsmanship to be passed on and inherited from generation to generation. More significantly, it has conveyed the people's yearning for true love and happy life.